Welcome to the free-to-play account, and I know a lot of you love this series, and we are back with the British GP, which is the community event this time around. And let's see, we've got Vettel, we've got Alonso, no boosted drivers, which makes it so tough, and that's why we are in the Challenger division, going for a P1 if we can, and we're at race number 4 for this race, and one race of qualifying. Always comes race number 4. You'll get race number 7 in opening round and race 8 in final round. So let's see what sort of battle we've got on our hands this time. See where we qualify, and obviously anyone who's using boosted drivers is going to get a big jump on us, hence Norris here. It's a wet race and we are starting P4 and P6. So we're going to use Hex, and just for fun, let's use a bit of Cranberry, see if we can pull some decent points out the bag. We've only dropped 1 point so far in qualifying, so damage limitation, and let's see if we can finish strong. So lights out, away we go. Doesn't look like a rival who is real. So can Alonso go round the outside? Yes, he can. And Vettel not making any early moves, but there's a good move up the inside of Norris. Nearly gets sandwiched, but survives past Leclerc as well. So a good start to this race. Alonso's checked out early, he's had enough, and Vettel settles down behind the rival. So we're going to try and do a 4-3, which is the main strategy here. Everybody will pit on lap number 3, or most of them will anyway, and then we'll come in to the pits and do the overcut. Vettel, all over the back and on conserve with a grip, almost gets through. And we are very... Oh, that's a bad part there, as Vettel goes backwards. I don't want to use too much tyre at this stage, because we're very close to 4 laps. And that overcut will really benefit me if I can do it. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But at the minute, we're all good, and racing pretty conservatively at the same time. And where can we get to? Can we get ahead? I mean, look at that. Alonso on the Hex, absolutely flying out front in a world of his own. He's like a Max Verstappen Red Bull out front. And Vettel is wishing he's still in a Red Bull, because he's stuck behind P3. And we've got plenty of rain. It's going to be rain all the way through to the end by the look of it, early on. So we should be good. P1 and P4. We need to get 47 though if we can. And now Alonso, 28% tyres, so we can pit this lap. And Vettel is pretty close to that 4-lap stint. We're going to go round again though, and he's very close. And I mean, the rival goes on, so usually that doesn't happen, which begs the question, is it a real player who's not showing themselves as a real player or not? We can't push too much though. Can we drastically get something here? Look how slow we're going. It's almost like slow motion at Silverstone. Gone are the days where we used to fly really fast around here, as Alonso pits. And we've got 8% tyre. Rival's about to run out and come in, and so are we. So Alonso's still well clear, and the rival's gone round again. So rival goes round again. It was a real player then, which is strange because they didn't make it look like a real player at all, and they've missed a pit. So what looked to be a bot is in fact a real player in Silverstone, and we looks like we've potentially been handed the race number victory, the race number score 47. But we've first got to catch them up, and we can do 3 laps comfortably. I mean, they've got around 3/4 of the track, or nearly all of the track without any tyres, and there they are, out of tyres now. So we're going to have to conserve right at the end. But we're on lap 6. Alonso's gone. No need to worry about him in this race whatsoever. And we're looking good for him. We even had to hardly watch him. Just watching him for fun at this stage. and Vettel we're going to cut down just to save them extra few percentage of tyres. But we're looking pretty good. Alonso, 1 lap to go. Can Vettel hold on though? Will there be a raging rival for a missed pit coming up behind us? Not at the moment. And we could have overcome this. A very nice way of doing it. Not great for the rival. But where is that rival? I mean, they're well back. They're down in P5. It's almost like they gave up. Almost like they gave up in this race. And we've got half a lap to go. Vettel running out of tyres. But you can conserve with that. A big gap. And Alonso will win. And Vettel will come round conserving as hard as he can. And it's going to be P2. We've turned it into P1, P2. And 47-point victory. So let's see where that leaves us in qualifying. And that does put us in qualifying P1 with 187 points. On to opening round. Race number 6. Difficult matchups. Double boosted rivals. And we've done literally the best we can do. And already dropping points means it's not going to be a 47-point run. It's not going to probably be a P1 or even into the top 3 at all. If it stays this way, we could still get 376 in the final round. So let's not give up hope just yet. But it's going to take a lot of luck as we get Vettel and Alonso lining up a stern P2 and P4. And we're going to do downforce on driver 1. Driver 2, forgot 450 self-control, so I might just whack one of them on. What's the harm? We'll go mediums all the way through, both drivers. So here we go, opening round. Can we show you some point scoring races? Vettel, good start up the inside. What about Alonso? Tries to go outside with self-control, didn't control it, and has to go wide. So he settles down in P3. We've got Vettel pushing clear, and we'll cut down now as well with both drivers. We'll just manage the gap with Alonso. We've got the Ferrari behind. And we're going to manage the gap to the hard tyre as well. Vettel pretty clear nicely. He should be able to do a 5-4 fairly easy. And that'll be a 4-lap push at the end. What about Vettel though? We're just going to leave him, I think. Alonso under pressure from Max Verstappen now. Can he hold him off? He can at the minute. And we've moved up to medium boost just to conserve that position. And remember, Austria is cornering and grip mainly, but speed boosts work around here as well. If you're non-free to play, your max account, fastest lap is always free fireworks. So that's why the speed and acceleration comes in. As Alonso loses the position but manages to come back at Verstappen as we get a bit of lag. That self-control working wonders through there. And we hold off P3 and we'll use tyres up to the 40% mark because that's our 5-lap run. So we're well on track now, right behind this hard tyre as well. Vettel's got one more lap to do and he'll be into the pits on the mediums. Nice and easy. And Alonso can easily do another lap as well. We're going to move him up to medium as well. And go mediums too. So it's going to come down. We've got to get past this rival who's going to be a bit of a sticky. We might go on to 6 laps though. So that's our hope. And we'll push Vettel into pit. Nice and easy for him. It's quite a race for Vettel compared to the last one anyway. And Alonso coming in too. So no double stack, nowhere near. And I think that hard tyre has gone round again. As Vettel comes out. Yep, just behind the hard tyre. But not too far away. And now we've got to push Alonso ASAP. And here goes Vettel. Vettel into the lead. Let's conserve down and see if we can hold him up. But them hard tyres don't need holding up. And it's going to be bringing Alonso through. in this race. Sitting P3 at the moment. Norris going to softs. And you can see bottom right, Alonso moves to P2 as we just watch Vettel catch the back markers. And we should be good to go to the end of this race with Alonso. So we might have just secured an undercut on the hard tyre rival and secure the 47. And we've got 2 laps to go, including this one. I mean, Vettel can go to the end quite comfortably. P3 is only just coming across the start-finish line. As we boost Vettel, Alonso still being pushed. So looking good on his front. We've just coming up 1 lap then to secure a 47, a very uneasy 47 through this opening round. Still got another race after this, which you won't see, but you will see the final round attempt as we finish lap number 9. And it is going to be Vettel that's going to be bringing home a nice earned victory. Alonso not too far behind, but all that matters is we score some decent points. Alonso will come home second, but Vettel will win for a very, very tidy and well-worked 47-point race in Austria. That's exactly what we needed. Bit of a boost as we will look towards what will be a very difficult final round. So let's see what the final round has in store. Final round has been disastrous. 7 races and only 318 points. I mean, it's been literally real player every single race. And even I ran this late at night. I ran this around 11, 12 o'clock UK time. It's been insanely difficult. Norris and Leclerc giving us absolute nightmares. And we are back in Silverstone with a chance of rain, but not in qualifying, to finish off and see where we get. But pretty deflated right now. Yeah, we've been up against it the whole day, and we do get a dry race. So with that in store, let's just go hards. We've only got 5 downforce left. We're clutching at straws, and we're going to use Yin. We've literally got absolutely nothing to choose from. So can we get a good start? P3, P6 need to get to the front, and we have it looks like a bot. I can't believe the first race that I've got a bot in final round, and it would be the race that comes that I show you. So Vettel gets blocked out by that Norris, but we are P1 with Alonso, P6 with Vettel, and it's going to be hard to get past that decent stats of Norris. So it's another long game attempt. We're going to have to go long. We're going to have to see what we can do. Can we get a 47-point finish? It's going to be tricky with Vettel, but we'll see if we can get him through to P2. Would be nice to do so, but at this stage, not overly fussed if I don't. But it would be nice to finish towards the front, even though we're going to be nowhere near podiums, top 10s this week. Hopefully a 10% boost next week will see us close that gap. But Alonso coming round, and that downforce giving us the cornering and grip and tyre management, which is perfect around the circuit of Silverstone. And we start already lap 3. Rivals in already from lap number 2. And Vettel, can we jump past this rival? We've boosted him a little bit, and we can. So we're into P5. And we're just going to still stick to the plan. 4 hards, probably 3 hards or 3 mediums. Let's see what we can do at the end of this. And Alonso now under pressure from Charles Leclerc. Of course he is. And can he repel the prancing horse? And so have we got pressure from the other Leclerc as well. Double boosted Leclerc's after us, and we boost away. We've got good tyres on both, and we're going to come in for some hard tyres on probably Vettel. Vettel goes wide. I think Alonso will get medium run, 3 laps. And we're going to go hards for Vettel, who's all over the back of Lando Norris. Can we get him down the straight? we have a go, and we can. So we can use this time to build a little bit of a gap. It's not going to be lots, but the overcut is very powerful around here. So can we close that gap? Vettel now coming through the last few corners to come into the pit. Does now pit. No double stacking. And Alonso is going to be out nice and easy and push to finish. What about Sebastian Vettel? We were P6 and we still... Well, we're into P5. We've made a place. So the question now is, can we get P4, P3 and P2? Pressure. Under pressure. We've got a hard tyre runner in front of us who's not probably going to pit, so we've got to get past them. Alonso's in a world of his own again. Brilliant for us. And Vettel got to get past one of these cars fairly quickly. And here we go, look at that. Move past Leclerc, move past Leclerc again, and we are up to P3. We've got a pit stop from P2 as well, and we are in to the magic P1, P2. 1 lap to go after this one. And we have some wet rain coming in. Of course, rain is going to be wet. What am I thinking? So Ricard finished with a 47 points. I don't think there's any point coming in. Well, there's not. Alonso's already starting lap number 7. And Vettel, we might as well push round 2. Fuel, not the best for Vettel, but it'll be okay. Alonso getting held up. And no rain coming in just yet. So we are going to get away with a nice overcut strategy in Silverstone. And here comes that rain. But it isn't going to matter to us. We are going to manage to get Alonso across the line as he laps P10. Alonso will win for the last race of Challenger final round. And what about Vettel? Vettel hanging on. Well, hanging on to his own car by the look of it, because the rival is nowhere near. And that is P1 and P2 in final round, race number 8. A very solid 47 point in the wet of Silverstone. But let's see where it puts us in terms of leaderboard. It's going to be a tough one to take. It's going to be a hard watch this, as we do finish on a positive note. And where does that put us? In Challenger. Here we go, get ready for pain. And that pain is P16. So we're not even going to probably hold P20. It is going to be P16, and we had no chance of a better finish today. What a tough day. On to rewards, and as you can see, P21, a disappointing P21 in Challenger after always being near the top, especially in Challenger. But that 20% driver boost, we just can't live without the drivers. So we've done the best we can against some very difficult opponents. And we do get the F medal. The F medal is in the house with 3,000 rep. We get 348k of coins, which will help. 25 copper to help with the boost situation. We get some Orbit and Strongbox. Some Blast. Crest. Symbol. And then coming on to the Epic, we get 18 Tracer. So finalist medal and 18 Tracer is the big reward from Challenger GP. Hopefully with the 10% boosts coming up, we can be a bit more competitive. That's the hope anyway. And let's see what the spin gets today. 375k. We'll add it to the piggy bank and use it wisely later on in the game. So that is where we're at, and we've got some rewards to claim too. So we'll claim a bit of spirit. And yeah, that is the free-to-play account. Let's have a quick look at the medals, where we're at as we complete another week. And you can see so far 88% win ratio, and these are the medals we're at. So it's not too bad for a free-to-play account, but it feels a long way from the champion entries.